fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. Can we go MIA somewhere far from this bush? Let's fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took a little trip. I need to clear my.
What's going on, everybody? It's Jamal here with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul. Man, oh man, fresh off of another week, man. And as I always say, I hope you guys did well this week. Hope you crushed some goals. You drank your water and stuff. You ate right. You worked out. And you made it through that work week, man. I hope you were blessed and was a blessing to other people. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with someone the other day, and the person told me, well, we were talking about different things, basically just achieving goals and going after things and, just things of that nature. And the person said that they don't feel like they can do XYZ because of what someone told them. And that someone was a person that they care about. It was a loved one. And so I asked that person, is it just because that the person that told you couldn't do anything was a loved one, or do you feel like you can't do it because they're right, they're correct? And they didn't know how to answer that question. I personally feel like people that tell you that you can't do something, that you won't succeed doing something, that you won't go far doing something, that's not going to work out, they don't believe in themselves. Maybe they feel like their time to do X, Y, and Z has already passed, or they feel like their time has passed. They're not equipped to do whatever it is that they ultimately desire to do. They are filled with regret, and they're angry with themselves. They want to go back in time. Now they're pretty much jealous of other people pursuing their goals and dreams and their aspirations, and they're jealous of the ambition and the hunger and the courage and the fearlessness of people that want to and that are saying that they are going to do X, Y, and Z. People love to diminish your dreams and diminish your character and your value, and they try to turn you away from what greatness is that you view in your life, simply because they didn't go after their greatness to what they believe it is in their lives. And that's not fair. And what's even more crazy, what's even more tricky, is that sometimes it can be family that say those things. Sometimes it's not a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not just, a friend or a classmate, or an employee, a coworker. No, sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's your blood relative that says, no, you can't do that. You don't have enough talent. You don't have enough this. You don't have enough that to do that. That's not fair. It's not right. And it hurts more when it comes from people that you basically put your trust in. You love them, their family. Even if it's mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's your parents, your siblings that tell you that you can't do something, that you won't be successful, you don't have what it takes. And I feel like that's why we believe it. I feel like that's why we turn away from our goals. We turn away from what it is that we really want, because of the people that said it. Because these are the people that are supposed to believe in you the most. When you don't believe in yourself, when you feel like you don't know which path to take, or you don't have the energy and you're lost, these are the people that you're supposed to turn to, and that they can keep you encouraged. They can tell you to press on. They can motivate you. They can inspire you. They can tell you that, hey, you're going to make it. Baby steps. Be strategic. They are the ones that are supposed to be a comfort zone for you, But when it's not that way, when it's the exact opposite, it hurts us a little bit more. If a stranger tells you that you can't do something, I feel like 99% of the time you're gonna shrug your shoulders and say, you don't even know me. You don't know what I'm capable of. You have no idea the storms that I've been through. You have no idea of the things that I've had to endure on my journey this far in life and the things that I've made it through. And I'm gonna keep it pushing, you know. But your opinion definitely doesn't matter because you don't know me. You don't know me. But when it's people that's supposed to know you, they've seen you go from high to low. They've seen you go from your worst, your absolute worst. They've seen you go to your best. They've seen you carry such a heavy load on your shoulders and maybe even stumble and fall down, but get back up. They know your ambition. They know exactly what you're capable of. And yet they tell you that you can't succeed. They pretend not to see it. They know, but they pretend not to see it. They pretend not to know. And it's because, like I said, they didn't do what they were supposed to do in their lives, or they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing in their lives to go forward, to move forward in whatever it is that they want. So, they want to get you off course. They don't believe in themselves. So they don't want you to believe in yourself. They want you to be exactly where they are. And that's just going through the motions, waking up every single day, clocking into the 9 to 5. And not that there's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5, because you have to work. You have to survive. You have to pay the bills, but we don't want to do that for the rest of our lives, correct? We don't want to do that. We don't want to die just working, and then we get to the age of 65 and then retire, and then we don't even, the life expectancy is what age now? You know what I'm saying? So are we going to even have time to enjoy the fruits of our labor, or do we want to work towards something that's going to be fulfilling and, eventually not have to work a 9 to 5. Eventually, you can take vacations when you want to. You have money to save. You'll have money to spend. You'll have money to invest. And in light of an emergency, you won't have to worry. You know what I'm saying? You won't have to depend on a job. And I feel like that's should be everyone's ultimate goal. We all figure out what it is that we want, and then we should all go for it, no matter how long it takes. We have plenty of examples of people that may look like an overnight success, but you have no idea how long these people have been going after their goals, their careers. You don't know the things that they have been thinking on this path that they've been on. The doubt, the insecurities, the fear, the sadness, the wanting to turn back and give up because they feel like they will never reach that finish line. So they want to throw in the towel and turn around and quit and say, you know what, this is too hard. But something inside of them is burning and yearning for that goal, for that thing. So that's what drives them, and they keep going. And that determination, that faith, that willpower, and those building good habits and being consistent, that's going to build you up to be the person that you need to be in order to achieve success. You know what I'm saying? And then pray for the wisdom to be able to handle that blessing and to not fumble it. And then you move on to the next thing. You just keep going. And then, all the tools that you have learned along the way, you feel more confident because you're fully equipped now. And then, all the obstacles and things of that nature, they're going to still pop up left and right, but now you know how to handle them. But a lot of people don't want to put in that work. And it's sad and it sucks because we can all be successful. We can all do what we want to do in life. But we don't want to put in the work. We don't want to sacrifice, a lot of things that we have to put away that's distracting us from the goal. And a lot of people they don't have that mental capacity. They don't have that strength to do those things. And, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But we can't allow people that aren't there mentally or physically or emotionally or spiritually. We can't let those people talk us out of our dreams. We can't let those people talk us out of the things that we want. Don't let anyone kill your light. Don't let anyone kill your light. Don't let anyone kill your dreams. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a stranger. I don't care if it's a family member. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. You make a commitment to do something. You make a commitment to go after something. Okay, then finish that commitment. If it's something that you can't sleep without, just keeps you up at night, because you just want to be that. You want to have that. You want to have a life in which that is a part of your life, that is something that you have achieved, then you go for it. You go for it. No goal is too small, and it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. And like I said, it's going to take sacrifice, but are you willing to do that? But you can't listen to the people in the background. You're going to have people that's going to be doubting you. You're going to have people that's going to be throwing rocks and stones, and you're going to have people that's going to be trying to set up obstacles for you to trip over, and they're going to be trying to distract you and talk you out of it, and they're going to be doing everything that they can to get you to quit, to get you to doubt yourself, to get you to just give up and say, yeah, they're right, I can't do this, man, it's too much work, it's too late. You can't be that person. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, this is what I want, this is what I'm going for. I don't care who it is that's behind me yelling in my ear telling me that I can't do this, it's not going to work. I don't care who it is. Now you're going to have people around you that's going to be supporting you, that's going to be pushing you, that's going to be checking in with you, making sure you're okay. Of course, those are the people that you want in your circle. Those are the people that you want in your prayer line. Those are the people that you want right by your side 24/7. You might not be talking to them every day, you might not be hanging with them every day, but these are the people that are praying for you. These are the people that always have your best interests at heart. And if you call them, they will pick up. When you need them, they are right there. They're right there for advice. They're right there to listen. They're not going to judge. They're not going to be yes men either. They're going to tell you when they feel like you're wrong, when you're slipping. And yeah, you keep those people around. But those other people, that's just background noise. Use it as motivation, Now, I'm not saying just go on a crash course just to prove people wrong. Be intentional. Take your time with everything that you're doing. Along your journey, like I said, there will be obstacles, but take your time, slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, and, keep it at that. But as far as the people that are taunting you, the people that are with pitchforks yelling and chasing after you, oh man, that comes along with it. And it's never going to stop, because you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have doubters. And, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't shut them up. You can't force them to think differently of you in your situations. So what you do is you cut them off, you block out the noise, and you continue to go. Those people will continue to be miserable, and they will continue to hate, and that's not your problem. Simple as that. That's not your problem. And I've definitely have had family members that have told me that, I can't do certain things, that it's not going to work. And luckily, I didn't allow their words to impact me on what I'm doing and what I want to do. Even lack of support is another thing. Don't expect family to support you. Don't expect them to just ride the wave. Well, be someone that's in that boat with you while the waves are rocky. Don't expect it. Sure, you would want that. Sure, it would be great. I've learned in 31 years, almost 32 years of life, that don't expect anyone to do anything for you. DMX said a quote, rest in peace, DMX. DMX said a quote, man, it was something along the lines of, trust people to be exactly who they are, so that man, I can't think of it right now, man. I can't think about it right now, and I want to look it up so bad, because it was a very powerful quote. I think it was, always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact you can see them well. Yes, always trust someone to be themselves, but trust in the fact you can see them well. And I feel like that means, trust people to be exactly who they are. Trust that. Trust that people are going to be exactly who they are, and not who you want them to be, and not who you think they are. Trust them to be exactly who they are. But trust in the fact that you can see exactly who they are, Allow them to be who they are. Trusting them to be who they are. And see that. Pay attention. And the way that that person is operating in your life, the way that person is treating you, what that person is saying, doing, thinking, how that person is approaching your life, is that person bringing conflict in your life? Is that person bringing negativity in your life? Is that person bringing turmoil in your life? Is being around that person draining, and will ultimately end in your demise if you continue to be around this person, allow this person to be in your circle, allow this person to be in your home? Or is this a person that they seem like a light around you? They're positive, they're helpful, they're respectful of your boundaries. Is that person chasing after their goals? Can you draw inspiration from that person? See people for who, trust them and see them for that, for whoever they are, because that'll help you remove people. That you need to get rid of. Because when you're chasing something, and when people realize that they can't get to you, eventually they fall off. Eventually they stop talking to you. Because, you get rid of bad habits and you start changing the way that you speak, the way that you act, what you think, what you read, what you eat. Everything just changes for a better purpose, for a higher purpose, for the betterment of your life. I'm moving forward, because this level that you're trying to get to, you can't be in the clubs, you can't be drinking like you were, you can't be smoking like you were, you can't be in the streets like you were, you can't be doing this and that like you were. And once people see that you're serious about that, they either adapt and they change their ways, because now you have motivated them, because they have things they want to do in life, or they try to pull you back down to where you once were and where they still are, because they aren't trying to elevate, they aren't trying to change. That's really just two different people, two different scenarios, and only you can decipher that. Once you start elevating, once you sit in the quietness and you allow God to work through you and talk to you, and then you open your eyes up, and you'll be able to see. Time will always tell. Trust in that. Time will always tell exactly who people are, what their intentions are, and if they are going for something, or if they just don't want anything in life. You know what I'm saying? But they'll fall off eventually. You cut them off and they'll leave you alone. Cut them off and they'll fall off eventually. And you don't question why there's distance between you and a certain person or a certain group of people, because God is removing them from your life, because now it is time for you to elevate. He doesn't want those people around you anymore. Those people were around with you for however long that season was, but this new season and this new breakthrough, they can't be around you, because they are going to hold you back, and you're going to miss this flight. You're going to miss this next blessing. You're going to miss it. And if you do get it, you're going to fumble it, because you don't have the wisdom in your mind, in your spiritual repertoire, to be able to keep and not fumble and not let go and mess up that blessing. A lot of that factors into the people that you have around you. What type of music they got you listening to? Are you reading the Bible? Are you reading books about mental health and spiritual health? What are your habits? What are you thinking when you wake up in the morning? What are you guys talking about all day? How do they carry themselves in public around you? How do they respect your boundaries if they're doing something that you don't like, or they continuing to do it? Man, it's a lot that factors in, but you have to open your eyes and you have to see. And if you're not careful, those people will drain you, and they will get you to just completely stop what you're doing and what you've been wanting. And that's going to suck, because then time's going to go by, you're going to look and you're going to regret every little thing that you want to do in life, because you allowed people that truly didn't care, that truly didn't want anything, to pull you back into a level that you were way past going from, but they weren't, and they were never going to leave that level, and they wanted you there, and you stayed there for them. Don't be that. Don't do that. Okay, believe in yourself always, no matter who says what, no matter who didn't do what, who said they were going to do it, but ultimately didn't do it, or they're not making the moves to do it, and they're just sitting around saying, woe is me. But you have all the ambition in the world, you have all the drive in the world, you have all the smarts, and you're going for it. Don't let them talk you out of it. Don't let them talk you out of it. Make that commitment. Make that commitment, do the work, pray, have faith, and God will take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for the people around you too, whether they need to be around you or not. Like I said before, it sucks, but sometimes that's family too. All right? So choose wisely and pay attention. All right? Keep going for those goals. Hope you guys have an amazing week. You know, don't let the week be mundane. As I always say, stay safe, stay prayed up, keep that ambition, keep that light on. Don't let no one dim that light. You know, don't even let anyone come close to that light. You know what I'm saying? And as always, you know, have a blessed week. Stay safe, drink your water, eat right, work out, read a book, pray, meditate, do some yoga. Yeah, man, make your money, man. Do good. Do good this week. You know what I'm saying? Thank you from all over the world. Thank you from all over the world. As a matter of fact, I remember last episode I was trying to shout out the different countries, different regions that are supporting me right now, and I couldn't remember exactly all of the countries that were supporting me. I kept trying to find or think about all the different countries, but you know, aside from the United States, we got Ukraine. Shouts out to Ukraine, Australia. Shouts out to Australia, France, man, Russia, South Africa, the UK, Canada, India, and Brazil. Thank you from all over the world. Continue to share this podcast. I swear, I've never even dreamed about doing a podcast, but it's been almost 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I appreciate y'all so much, man. And the people that have been coming up to me talking about my podcast, I appreciate it. And the people that don't support, that's supposed to be, that are family, that's supposed to be friends, they don't support, they don't listen, they won't do anything to continue to help me just move forward as I would do for them. It's all good. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? I got family outside of family. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. So share the podcast, like the podcast, subscribe, and follow me on all social media platforms at Jamal Butler. And man, that's about it. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Y'all stay solid. Peace.